Hey, 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 welcome to the attic. I'm Manadad. I can fit in one last draft here tonight. I want to kind of force aggro because I don't have time to do anything else. I think Combat Professor is where it's at, or Shock. I could just take the Professor maybe. Mortality Spear is good, but I don't want to end up in Witherbloom. I'm going to try to be white-red or white-black. So let's just take a white aggro card. Start off the draft. Double Combat Professor.
Yeah, that works.
That's something. Guess I got to chit chat until the next pack arrives. We can see who's in the draft. If it's you, leave a comment. If it's not you, leave a comment. Just comment for whatever reason. Okay, if I was not forcing aggro, I mean, Witherbloom Apprentice is attractive. Otherwise, Elemental Masterpiece. I like Cody to pick early. You can do fun Cody build around stuff. Got a counterspell still in the pack here. Rise of Extus, Leech Fanatic, Stonerise Spirit. I'm just going to take the Rise of Extus, even though it's not aggro. It could be the top end of a white X deck. If these sudden breakthroughs come back, Leech Fanatic comes back, Stonerise Spirits come back. I mean, I think most people out of this pack are going to take Pest Summoning or Explosive Welcome or Counterspell or Serpentine Curve. We'll see. Maybe the meta has shifted on me. Dueling Coach is kind of slow. Take the Hunt for Specimens. Keep an eye out on red here. So the white-red, we get Twin Squirrel Shaman, Claim the Firstborn. Claim the Firstborn can actually be a decent aggro card. I like it better in best of 3 because, you know, if your opponent's making these big tokens, you can bring it in. And then just when they think they've got the ground shored up, you steal their 8/8 and smash them with it. Be pretty good. Ether Helix, Elemental Masterpiece. I do think right now it's looking like Prismari maybe is what the table doesn't want. We got the Spiteful Squad, we got the Go Blank. Take the Spiteful Squad. Kind of slim pickings here. We'll take a Pest Summoning. Maybe we'll take a... Now let's just cut Silverquill. Oh, now the packs are flowing. Okay. So, a lot of Blood Researcher, decently late, infused with Vitality. Man, I do think Witherbloom might be the open deck here. We can try to just take black cards, mostly. Take the Allen Shield Mage. The Trudge is interesting. We've got the one Hunt for Specimens. Witherbloom is open. We're probably going to get...
Yeah, I thought you didn't want to be Witherbloom.
No, I don't necessarily want to be, but if we end up getting into Witherbloom, having the mono black is going to be better than this. This thing is whatever. I mean, it can be a house if you just built up a huge board and then play it and smash in. For sure. But yeah, like we're seeing Professor of Zoomancy here. We are seeing an Elemental Summoning. Maybe Witherbloom and Prismari are looking most open at this point. In the Professor's Warning. And a Spectre of the Fence. And Unwilling Ingredient. We ever hedge black? I mean, hedge red? I don't think so. Now we can take the Stonerise Spirit. We do want to play these double combat professors, although white kind of dried up, didn't it? I I do think somebody moved into red. Like, none of the good red stuff we saw came back for a red aggro. Maybe red-white aggro. Somebody's red-white aggro to our right.
Yeah.
We might get hooked up in this next pack then. So we should keep that in mind if we're seeing a bunch of really good red stuff. Guess I'll take the Infuse with Vitality in case we have to shift to Witherbloom. Hopefully going to get hooked up with white in this next pack. This is just a medium aggro deck at the moment.
Nothing big.
So, Expanded Anatomy I like. The Silverquill Pledge Mage we'd have to pass.
Your Tezzeret's Guide.
Or Tezzeret's Gambit. Actually, you can play this in anything. I feel like we really want the Expanded Anatomy for our aggro deck, however.
Yeah, you probably do.
We don't have any lessons yet. We'll take it. I think it's a discipline pick. Okay, nice. Umbral Juke, Study Break, Silverquill Apprentice. Yeah, so we're getting more hooked up here in this pack. And Witherbloom, if that's open, is the Daemogoth Titan. I think Study Break. We just took the Anatomy. I do like the Umbral Juke. We'd like to get some black removal. I take the Learn Lessons pretty highly. Ah, Professor of Symbology, nice. Oh, but Swords to Plowshares. Oof. That's rough. Like the best 1-mana removal spell in the game.
Yeah.
Or a really strong 2-drop. I think we take the removal. Also this Hunt for Specimens, which hopefully we could wheel. Even the Cram Session.
Cool looking card. Swords to Plowshares. That art, I like it.
Yeah, I love the arts in these Mystic Archives. Ooh, Lightning Helix. Huh. We could spec on that.
You could swash red. That's a swashable card.
That's a very good card. Rutha being here. Again, if you're just reading signals, Rutha is a pretty good signal here. Middle of pack 2. Although, I guess it's different flow, right? Of the direction of the table. We were expecting to get more white this go round, which we have. Defend the Campus is interesting. Being able to pump our whole board or destroy a creature. But we'll take the Lightning Helix and... Oh, well, if you're going to give me a Killian, geez, I have to pass the Study Break. But I think this is the Mythic Uncommon. This is what you want to see in your deck. And Combat Professor number 3. It's almost too many. We'll drop Spectre of the Fens at that point. And a Study Break. Wow, pick 7 Study Break. So I think somebody, the person in white might be to our right, or there was another really good white card in that pack. It was for Study Break to come around that late. We need to get more lessons, because all we've got to get with the Study Breaks now is Expanded Anatomy. We've got Rise of Extus and Hunt for Specimens, all learning. Huh. Campus Guide, I guess. With the curve here. He's got Stonerise Spirit, Killian, and Hunt for Specimens makes a creature. Silverquill Pledge Mage came back.
Nice.
And Eager first year probably. You think the Shield Mage? Yes, we could be. Yeah. We're not as super aggro low on the curve.
You want to pressure through the air.
We do have pretty good air power here. Oh, what is Spiteful Squad number 2? Take a poet, I think. I try to get a creature that's better. I don't have to play it. Pledge Mage is interesting. What?
Yeah, it's probably the best.
You think the Pledge Mage?
Unless you're going wide.
3-drop slot is tight. It's the double white, actually. It makes those not as good as they seem. Well, Leonin, like and subscribe. Boom. Thunderous Orator. We might wheel the Pilgrim of the Ages, I guess, or the Silverquill Pledge Mage. This guy is fantastic for aggro. So this makes like all our little spells, like make your mark and stuff, would get that much better. I had this guy in paper. I never got to play him today, but us and the whole team. Good.
I got him in my deck right now.
Getting Environmental Sciences came around. I guess I'll take that. I don't need a 4th combat professor, I think. Another willing ingredient.
Take your Silverquill campus if you think.
Yeah, this is the one campus I'm not as excited about. Like if I'm playing aggro here, I'm gonna take Introduction to Prophecy. Now we're getting some lessons at least, filling out our lesson board. I would like some of that cheap black removal. We just didn't ever see any of it. I doubt we're gonna see any of it now. I think the Make Your Mark. Already got Introduction to Prophecy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we need 2. So Essence Infusion is interesting. That can be pretty darn aggro. There's also Duress because we have a decent amount of Magecraft with like and subscribe.
Yeah, for sure.
And the Pledge Mages.
The rest isn't not that bad with this deck.
But I'm gonna take the Essence Infusion. Okay, nothing specifically for us. We could rare draft. We could hate draft the Woe Eater. I guess that's rare drafting and hate drafting at the same time. Inkling Summoning, nice. Ooh, hate to pass Guiding Voice and Lash of Malice. Oh, jeez. Oh. I mean, are we gonna be able to wheel anything from this pack? We don't have
Guiding Voices.
We don't have an Inkling Summoning yet. I think we gotta take the Inkling Summoning.
Hard to argue against him. Yeah.
Hard. That was a hard one. Defiant Strike or the Mage Hunter? Defiant Strike. I guess we're trying to go low to the ground here. We did wheel the Pilgrim of the Ages, also Unwilling Ingredient. Also this Reduced to Memory, which is like removal out of the sideboard, which is interesting.
Removal.
You think the removal?
No, it's bad removal. I think
bad removal.
Yeah.
Falling Ritual came late.
The unwilling ingredients are fun for your deck if everything's you're getting buffed by.
I like these Stonerise Spirits too. I could take a second one.
The Rescuer is better.
No, I know people really like the Rescuers.
With all your little drops, like the Leonin Lightscribe, I think you take the Rescuer.
You never miss the Rescuer.
I disagree. It's better than what you're taking. You would never want to play the second Stonerise Spirit.
Yeah, the Duress came back.
Duress, yay! Nice. That makes your deck.
Maybe we got more than enough playables here. Yeah, we got some gems. Duress is on the bubble. Make your marks maybe on the bubble here. How many Magecrafts? We got Lightscribe, we got Pledge Mage, which is maybe on the bubble. Silverquill, Pledge Mage. That's really the only
The campus
Magecraft.
guide.
I like the campus guide though, because it
Well,
lets you keep hands.
well,
You put
all your learn stuff.
I guess
You have
all my
plenty of
learned
stuff
stuff
for the Magecraft.
turns into environmental sciences
you
if I
have
need it.
Yeah, you have enough for the Magecraft stuff, like with air pressure, so late game air pressure.
Probably go down a land.
Sort of an invasive deck.
Or defend the campus. Arrogant Poet.
Yeah, Sunrise Spirits aren't very good. I think you have much stuff
but
to jump
they're
in the late game.
and they get plussed up nicely by the combat professors. I mean,
They're 1/2s for 2. I mean, their ability isn't real relevant because you already have some evasion. That's like you have to make a couple cuts. I'm just saying you wouldn't need.
I like a lot of 2-drops though, but I go down 1 to 1 of them for sure. I do have pretty good flying late game here. We don't have a ton of ways to plus stuff up, which makes them not as good. I mean, the like and subscribe is great with just having some small flyers if they don't have anything. So we got Essence Infusion to plus stuff up, and
What do you want the?
Is the Brackish Trudge gonna get triggered by anything other than Killian?
The campus guide too.
As I said, I like the campus guide because it lets us keep certain hands. Huh. It's 16 lands there. But I want the Trudge over the Lorehold Pledge Mage.
I don't know. I think you're better off not playing the. I think the duress plays. I think you're best playing the Magecraft build with the spells, and you don't have much life.
And I would cut what, the Brackish Trudge here?
You could, or the Spiteful squad seems a little slow. Like
the squad is going to be good with all these flyers, though.
Okay.
I mean, I'll run one of them. It's definitely closer to the bubble than most of the cards in here.
My Spirit isn't great. I mean, I'm just saying that it's a card I have.
I don't want to go down too many creatures, though. Guess we don't have a ton of removal, so maybe duress helps us. No, but it's non-creature, right? So, yeah, our ways of removing creatures are just by smashing with our own creatures. We didn't get like.
I guess you can take duress out. You can take duress out.
Removal. This hits their removal, right? It was kind of like competing with Professor's Warning a little bit. Unfortunately, didn't get the +2/+2 and hexproof spell. I like those. I like to have one of those in the aggro decks. The +2/+2 is nice. Yeah, duress can just be a bad draw like certain times. So, and early in the game, we just want to be hitting and not being worried about ripping apart the opponent's hand. All right, let's go to the game. Probably should have explained the other voices. Brobi wan Kenobi. Did I say that? My real life brother. Frequent Mythic drafter, although he's been busy with work, hasn't played as much Strixhaven as he wanted. Kind of similar to me. Turn 1 unwilling ingredient. Turn 2 campus guide. Decline. Turn 3 hopefully defiant strike. Actually here, Sunrise Spirit. Well, it's in the removal colors. I'll play the campus guide here because I will happily trade that for their illustrious historian or whatever combat trick they seem to have. Oh, interesting. Well, they definitely got removal, right? I should wait one more turn.
Yeah. You can buff the Sunrise Spirit next turn with the Lightscribe and the Night Strike. Put that.
One out here.
I think you buff them so you can just draw the card.
I'll buff the unwilling ingredient, right? Because if they want to send that to the graveyard. Oh, opponent's got nothing. We've got nothing though. This flood out.
And you decline the lands.
Yeah, okay, well they had a shock. Look, we have something to do with our mana. Look at that. They got stuck on lands. Tome Shredder. Still no blocks for us. Another land. Ow. Take 5. Ah, they were missing a whole color. Black is their splash. Oh, nice draw for them. Can we get a nice draw? No, we cannot. Well, I can make the unwilling ingredient flying. So I get
you can like all
1 damage.
Yeah, and you can attack with all.
They blocked 3/3, so they take 2. Go to 4.
You could have also just attacked with the unwilling ingredient because you'd have to double block Don to kill it. That's what I was thinking you were gonna do.
Yeah, this is it was a 3-turn clock. Now it's a 2-turn clock. We'll see. I mean, we're just flooded out, so they've probably got a lot more action in hand because they were missing land drops for a while. We could hit our double tap card here. It's a little suspicious they didn't play a thing here.
I don't think you need to jump the unwilling ingredient. You don't have to do that. Right? Because he would have to double block down and then those guys fly through for the win.
I might have a pump spell here. Off the shield mage. They're at a low enough life total, they're in real trouble to try and remove the shield mage. Closing statement. Okay.
Weird. That kill him.
I don't think there's any reason to play out lands in this deck. We just don't have stuff to do with that extra mana. Our goal is not to get this late in the game. That Shield Mage is a real problem for them, though. Sitting at 3 life. Attack in with the Spiteful Squad. Buff it up. Okay, Biblioplex Assistant. Wow, another land. That's how many of our lands? I think we just attack with the Spiteful Squad and the Unwilling Ingredient. I'll give him the double block.
You just draw your card, yeah.
Hey! So now they can kill the Combat Professor. I guess they still got blocks on the Shield Mage, unfortunately. The Shield Mage cannot be targeted by anything they play. You know, I misplayed that. I should have held it back. That was a mistake. I guess they had that. They would have stopped it anyway, but... Oh my goodness, another land?
Crazy.
Maybe I did want that campus. I got 2 of the tap 2 creature things and learn in my deck. In fact, any learn spell makes the Shield Mage big enough to attack through the Pillar Drop Warden. There we go. From a graveyard? That's 0. Alright. That's what I like to see. Silverquill aggro. Even when it floods out. Doing its thing.
In half an hour, always.
It's talking about
it's like
our favorite pizza place.
One of those fast cooked pizzas. Like it's similar to Domino's. Like it goes through a machine, it cooks real fast. And they're real fast about making
Oh, before you go,
that's
my brother, what do you think of this hand?
Ooh.
I feel like I could keep it.
You can definitely keep it, for sure.
Because if I can, well, if I get a black, then I'm hunting for specimens to get another black.
I feel like you're gonna get a mana screw now, though. Like you're on that plan. I feel that those floods.
Well, if we're talking about the Paulo Victor Vito Damo Della Rosa, the world champion Magic player, he said if you're an aggro deck, you should basically be keeping all the time because your cards are pretty even quality.
I think you can swords off that land.
We'll just swords it off now. Let's slow him down. It was probably too risky of a keep here. Huh. Wow. I could at least get a third land. Okay.
Yeah, the mana screw was coming.
Yeah. Sometimes I keep these hands though, and then it all works out.
It all works out.
Spin our deck a little. They're going mono white. Because they're not attacking with the Amplimancer. They can pump it past the... okay, now they are. No, they're not. They got a play they want to make. They could have bluffed their way into another 2 damage, though. The Groff. The Groffaroni. Can I get one more planes for a Rise of Exodus, anyone? So what's my win here? Trade with the Aerialist. Could chump the Groff. See if they want to pump the Amplimancer.
You could
take this.
You could block the Amplimancer and make them waste their turn, pumping to keep it alive.
Yeah, I don't like taking 5 here though, because there's a good chance they're gonna dump another threat on us. Maybe a 6/6.
They can't if you do it like that.
They're really relying on drawing a black for the Shield Mage, I guess, or maybe the Spiteful Squad is my better play if I get a black. Nope.
You got a white though.
I'm just dead.
No, you're not. You can play. Oh,
that's 6. That's 6. They pump here, they win. No, they didn't pump. What the bleep and bleep? I still am dead, right? I could hunt for specimens to make a 1/1. Actually, hunt for specimens to gain 2 life. No, I still need to get a creature down.
You earn. You could get an Inkling Summoning.
I think that's my only chance to stay alive here. Next turn I can't even double spell with Rise of Exodus. They got removal? Okay. Well, I'm not surprised. We kept a risky hand. Alright. See you later, brother. Up against Neverer 88. That's a better distribution of colors. More land for the Combat Professor. Opponent stumbles, we'll be in good shape. I think I'm actually going to hunt for specimens here so I have a 3-drop. The question is, they're blue. Do I want Inkling Summoning? I just want Expanded Anatomy on that frog is going to hit him for a bunch. They could have removal or bounce. We'll take the aggro line, go with Expanded Anatomy. Also plowshares that guy. It's like a waste of plowshares to get down the Stonerise Spirit, but now I'll just expand the anatomy. Next turn, Combat Professor. Okay, they left mana up. That's interesting. We don't have any way to protect the unwilling ingredient anyway, so may as well give them the choice of which one they want to kill. Kill spell. Buried in books. Buried in books. They love you. Hopefully you'll land somewhere in there. Maelstrom Muse. We're feeling pretty good. Ooh. So we could make this 3/3, or we can just get down the Stonerise Spirit right now while we control the air. I like infusioning up the Allen Shield Mage. Make him pay life at some point. Make him play around the give something indestructible. And +1/+1, the Professor's Warning. They did hit their 5 mana, so they might have a Pigment Storm. Pop Quizzing, okay, that's a good sign for us. What are they gonna learn? Spirit Summoning. They can't cast this turn. They gotta land a Flamethrower Sonata. Okay, so they're gonna Flamethrower the Combat Professor. That hurts. I don't want to do this in the air. I want to do this on the unwilling ingredient. I guess I'm gonna try to remain as aggro as possible. Probably shouldn't have done it on that 1/1. They could easily drop a 4/4 here. Or just a Maelstrom Muse. Oh, okay. Nice draw. I think I'm gonna get Environmental Sciences so I can get a land. Combat first, though. It is Schwamp. And make sure to play it. Yeah, okay. Can make the unwilling ingredient flying. Just play the shield mage and pass the turn. Counterspell? Oh, we're hanging out too long here. Opponent's got some good Prismari cards. Double Maelstrom Muse. This guy. Pop Quiz, Burying Books. There's any reason to play the planes at this point. They don't manage to get a creature down here. It's a big if. We got the 2/3/3 that's going to attack. Creative Outburst, okay. Wow. Another study break and we just win. That's an instant speed card too. They could have even attacked if we played that. The Stonerise Spirit out, they can't really attack, because if the air is open. I guess if they attack, they're planning to drop a flyer. They've got that Soothsayer Adept to loot through their deck, now that we're in the late game. This is by no means a done deal game. Definitely can consider suiciding in the unwilling ingredient. Alright, they're deciding what to kill. Explosive Welcome. Sure. Okay. Going to turn the corner on us. And a heated debate. Haha. Do me a favor there. Okay. Huh. Can't do this and play Spiteful Squad. Alright, we'll play the Spiteful Squad. Got more removal opponent? I'm sure you do. Yeah, another opponent's got another rare. Campus Guide. Look who I don't want to see. Oh, well, that's a more like it. You care to trade a creature to make Killian a 4/4, please? Alright, let's hope opponent gets nothing and Study Break. We rip Study Break off the top. Or a Rise of Exodus. Oh, bad sign that they're attacking. They've definitely got a creature. they had removal, they would remove it and attack with both, probably. Possibly. Got 2 creatures, maybe, and in hand. Okay, they got buried in books, apparently. Wiki Campus Guide. Put a land on top. Make them... You gotta make them have it, basically. Yeah. We will decline, though, because we do want to redraw Killian. A decline. Better we think they think we have a spell. A lot of people saying they liked the playing the sealed version of this format better. Wow, so they have Elemental Masterpiece, okay. And we drew a land. Yeah, it's not looking good here. We need some way to push through those last 3 damage. Opponent's got gas. We're just dead. As we draw Killian, we don't have a way to stop this attack. Alright, good game. Guess we could have chump blocked there with Killian, but gone down to 1. Got outlasted. Opponent had a lot of good rares there. Force aggro plan, not working out super well for us. Hey. Mana Dad versus Mana Dork. Mandork. Ugh. I'll keep it. A reluctant keep. Again, a slow hand, but we could draw a 2-drop here and be fine. That for boots. 3-drop. We prefer to 2-drop, but you know. Campus Guide. Getting a lot of fixers. Weird, it like flashed Swords to Plowshares there. You want to rewind the video. Double tap on the left side of your YouTube screen. They flashed us Swords to Plowshares. I don't think we're going to draw it though. I've seen that before where it like flashes something and then it doesn't do anything. Okay, well they just got 1 blue open. Just keep laying down creatures. They got all their colors. Whatever those colors might be. Probably a 3-color deck, probably Teamer. Quandrix meets They don't care to block here, which is good. Got the Shield Mage. Well, these Zephyr Boots have not done a great deal for opponent. Campus Guide is kind of a dead card. Essence Infusion is pretty risky here. Will be good with the Pledge Mage maybe one day. Like they're gonna kill the Professor. Get the deal 3 or the deal 4. Deal 3 and learn would be the worst. Maybe I should have played the Pledge Mage and held up Make Your Mark. I was thinking really hard about what they want to do on this turn. They're going to attack. Okay. Well, they got the Pump and Learn spell probably, but I think we'll just no blocks, because that'll eat up their turn if they want to use it. Square up. Okay. Yeah, we're still no blocks. Could have waited to see if I blocked opponent. Or they didn't want me to block, because they're going to somehow get a bigger flyer down. Oh, Study Break. That'll be a house. Yeah, is there any reason to play this pre-combat? I don't think so. Fine. So there's the red and 2 other board wipe, which we have definitely will die to. Otherwise we're super wide on them and they're at 6. Okay. They can steal a creature, that's fine. We shall Study Break. Doesn't matter what we get here. Attack. And we win. Deck looked pretty good there, but our opponent had very little interaction. We are playing on the knife's edge here with 2 losses, so any bad opening hands can just sink us. But I have gotten to 7 wins from this position, from being 1 and 2. It happens once in a blue moon. Whoa. Oops. Oh, that was the wrong... I thought it was Hunt for Specimens. Screwed that up. Oops. Oh, thank you for playing a creature pre-combat. That was kind. The better to Study Break you, my dears. I could just go all in on this creature, but I don't really want to. I think I actually want to make sure I get lands, because I got this other cards here. Yeah, we drew a land there. Go get a swamp. Well, it's in a pickle because Shield Mage coming down next turn. I want to just draw Inkling. This Inkling hold up Swords to Plowshares on the turn after. Got to play several turns ahead here in Strixhaven. Okay, good. Just a creature. Second creature. Okay. Well, we can Swords to Plowshares the old Wallaroonie. Get in. We could trade the Unwilling Ingredient for the Stonebound Mentor. Kind of like the aggro line, just try to get their life total down because we got these double shield mages. Gonna take some crackback here. I'd rather hit the 3/3. No blocks. Farm Kiln Artist, sure. Underpowered. I could rise the 2/2, then they have to trade both of their things for the Unwilling Ingredient. And then I'm dropping a bunch of flyers. Am I better off just flying in here? Yeah, I don't want them to make a bunch of mana though. They could have Volemicus. In which case I'd rather save Rise of Exodus. Wow. Mid-0. Thank you very much. I don't need to exile my own spells. Expanded Anatomy. Now the double shield mage should be okay. Well, this expanded anatomy will help on the shield mage. They've bought themselves some turns. A Cogwork Archivist of all things. Now it makes me wish I saved the Rise. Wasn't quite so aggro. Combat Professor is not gonna. Yeah. If opponent's doing the math, they'll realize anatomy on the shield mage. They've got to kill the shield mage. Ooh. Leonin Lightscribe though. Guess I can play that and the anatomy. Okay, there are two. I could force them to lose like their pilgrim by attacking with the Unwilling Ingredient. I think it's worth it. Make another shield mage. Unfortunately, we don't have a. I guess we have. Well, then we'll have 3 flyers. We'll eventually be able just to attack over or around the Cogwork Archivist. Yikes. Okay. Stone Rice Spirit. Is that just the game then? I believe that's the game. I can make the Unwilling Ingredient flying. They're tapped out except for 1 mana. Whew. Clutch Stone Rice Spirit. See? Pulled my brother. And now we're platinum. Have to be afraid of ourselves. Oh, another one of these hard decisions. Hard decisions. Well, we got the campus guide actually. Maybe it's an easy decision. Let's keep it. You can make a 2/1, and I can make a 1/1, okay? Huh. Or I can make a like and subscribe. They're in the super removal colors. Okay. Some argument to be made to save that to like trigger the thing, but we got to build up a board first. Brackish Trudge. Yeah, sure. No attacks. Maybe it was correct to do Campus Guide, hold up Professor's Warning. Back the Inkling Summoning, sure. Okay, so we need to draw lands to get our air power going. Combat Professor. Is there a chance they just you care to trade? Maybe that was a bad attack. No, don't tap me like that. They've shown now this Professor's Warning becomes a pump for the whole team. Won't save all of them from Lash of Malice, but Jade Wing Laureate, okay. Good play for opponent, and the Reflective Golem, and we have no way to remove that. Luckily they're down to 1 card in hand. Oh, they didn't attack, thank goodness. Make sure we're getting a land on top next turn here. Make it a swamp. The Essence Infusion, the Combat Professor becomes a 3/4, then a 5/6. They'd have to block. They'd have to triple block on it. Their Shadewood Laura would become quite big though, and we wouldn't really have a good way of dealing with it. So let's just pass the turn. I think we just want to let's try and build our board out pretty wide and then play a bunch of spells, get in a big attack. Pillar drop, sure. Well, it's got it going on. They're as wide as can be. And we're looking at tapping out for does exile, so that's probably gonna hit our combat professor. Could hit the Leonin Lightscribe. Probably just block with the Professor of Symbology. Or did one bad trade with that. Eyes of Extus, uh-oh. Well, it's got the double removal. Well, now we've held back all these spells for nothing. Why would you do me like that? Plus up the Unwilling Ingredient. Yeah, I think this is our play here. Should have waited, but... Can't do much against Exile. Oh, yeah, I think they're just outvaluing us here. Game is basically over unless opponent makes a misplay somehow. Attacking with the Pillar Drop Rescuer. A double block is just going to become a plus on the Shadewing Laureate, but probably our best play here. Or they just use their Annihilation. So they're hitting the Combat Professor first, I think, right? Huh. Well, they plussed up an Inkling. Interesting decision. Combat Professor Numero dos. Yeah, unfortunately, that might mean they got another Pillar Drop. Attacking with a 3/2. Guess we'd be willing to trade this. Just get to move the +1 counter somewhere else. Ah, they have the Pillar Drop, yeah. One that's got the nice Pillar Drop recursion. This is like the late game version of Silverquill. Not good for us, with tons of flyers. Huh. We could Swords to Plowshares the Golem. It's almost better as a combat trick. More likely to draw planes. Swamp. Hi, Twitch. Darn it. It's like, ooh, now is our time to strike in the air. Get exile the Shadewing Laureate, but no. Exile the Shadewing Laureate, they can put 5 power on something, so we could make a really big combat professor. Essence Infusion, get back the Trudge. I think we just need to keep looking for an advantage here. And that annihilation over our heads. If we crack in though, let's pass the turn. Their Essence Infusing on that. Oh, shoot. They've already got the pay 2. So I think we exile the Twitch. Take 3. Jump that. That'll let us bring back the Trudge. Killian down. Trudge comes into play tapped. Could make a big shield mage, they just kill it. Gain a bunch of life though. I guess we can Essence Infusion the Trudge. And gain a bunch of life. Are we dead? We're 12. I don't know how we win this, man. We still got Rise of Extus somewhere. Okay, land, that's good. Pledge Mage, that's bad. Chump with the Campus Guide, I think. At 27, there's no way we're gonna like win on a crackback here. They're just way too wide. We need like a bunch of the tap downs, learn, start like total gas. And we drew a land, of course. Alright, well, we don't have much of a choice. I think we gotta do the Shield Mage. We could do the Trudge, actually. We're gonna exile something. Yeah, okay. Gain 8 life. Now they're just gonna probably annihilate the Trudge. Oh, just all attacking, huh? Well, they might have the thing that pumps their whole team. Try to do some favorable blocks here. We're at 17 though? They've got to have a combat trick. They've got to have that thing that pumps their whole team. I mean, I don't know. We're just going to lose this game anyway. Yeah, let's just see him. Let's make him have it. Just hoping they attack because they were bored, but it seems pretty unlikely. Lore hold command. Okay, that's why they're splashing red. We found out. Alright. Defeat. Sad penguin. At least we get 1,000 gems, so that wasn't too bad. Alright, well, thanks for joining me here in the attic and joining Brobi there at the beginning. I have been Manadad, finally getting a Silverquill deck that does not get to 7 wins. Who knew? It's possible. Anyways, remember, Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.